this is my thing, Nicki Minaj, right? Why would I be here sitting in line like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, knowing that the next day there's gonna be so much footages.
Cardi B recently shared proof about that intense clash with Nicki Minaj, and she finally released the video for everyone to see. The clip shows a lot and connects straight to the long-running tension between the two stars. Their feud has always been dramatic, but 2025 pushed things even further. That year wasn't just about shady lyrics or side-eye comments online. It escalated into leaked phone calls, removed diss tracks, and personal attacks that involved families, children, and even their spouses. Fans from both sides went all out, turning social media into a battlefield. The drama reignited when Cardi dropped her long-awaited second album, Am I the Drama, in late September 2025. Right after the release, a phone call from July 2024 suddenly leaked. In it, Cardi was clearly furious, showing her Bronx attitude. She threatened to confront Ice Spice at her Y2K promo event at the Empire State Building. Her words were aggressive. She said she'd beat her up and knock her out. Cardi didn't stop there. She also dissed Latto, calling her weak, and even mentioned Megan Thee Stallion. Many fans felt Cardi might have been insecure about the rise of newer female rappers. Whether that was true or not, the leak's timing seemed intentional. It appeared the clip surfaced just a day after her album dropped, right when she should have been celebrating her comeback. Cardi explained the audio was old and captured during a heated moment, but Nicki's fans, the Barbs, didn't care. They treated it as if it had just happened. Nicki didn't remain silent. She took to X, formerly Twitter, with some sharp lyrics that sounded like a diss aimed at Cardi. Though she deleted them quickly, screenshots spread rapidly. One line mocked Cardi's album performance, saying, "Falling off the charts with a big belly still can't outsell me." Other lines targeted surgeries and suggested Cardi copied Nicki's style. She even made serious accusations, calling Cardi Barney B, Rico fraud, and perjury, shading her for legal issues and plastic surgery. Fans expected a diss track to follow, but Nicki removed the posts before it went further. Cardi responded aggressively on X too, calling Nicki Cocaine Barbie and teasing her for always bringing up Cardi's name. She wrote, "You must have missed me, huh? Now kiss my feet." She also attacked Nicki's age and long career, saying, "You've been in this game for 16 years. Compare yourself to Rihanna or Drake, not me. I was still in high school when you came out." From there, things got personal in ways fans hadn't seen. The conflict moved beyond music. Nicki started liking posts mocking Cardi's parenting, and rumors about her children being on the spectrum circulated online. Cardi retaliated by mentioning Nicki's fertility struggles and hinting at drug use. Fans began calling it more than rap beef. It had turned into character attacks. Other artists soon weighed in. JT from City Girls criticized Cardi's album sales, tweeting, "Lowell, that hoe mad, she knows she lied," which Nicki reposted. Saucy Santana claimed Nicki asked Young Miami to join the drama. Ice Spice stayed quiet, but posted laughing emojis, which fans read as shade at Cardi. Cardi's sister, Hennessy Carolina, defended her relentlessly, calling Nicki washed up and accusing her of paying blogs to smear Cardi. Even music veterans got involved. 50 Cent warned in an interview with Complex, "This won't end well. They need to stop before it spirals out of control." Waka Flocka Flame called the feud corny and urged both women to grow up and boss up. Unfortunately, each comment only fueled the fire. The fight became bigger than just Nicki and Cardi. It became a cultural showdown. Fans escalated the battle online. Barbs flooded Cardi's posts with snakes and clown emojis, while Cardi's supporters countered with Grandma Minaj jokes and memes about Nicki's husband's criminal history. Some people even shared real threats they'd received. The online war wasn't just entertainment anymore. It had become a chaotic battlefield. The feud started affecting business too. Cardi reportedly lost some brand deals because companies didn't want to be linked to the controversy. Nicki's reputation also took hits, with her husband's legal issues resurfacing whenever the drama flared up. Music streaming platforms got caught in the crossfire too, as fans accused Spotify and Apple Music of favoring one artist over the other. The situation highlights a bigger problem in the music industry. Women are often set up to compete publicly. Both Cardi and Nicki escalated the tension with their words, but blogs, podcasts, and fan accounts amplified it. Every insult, every rumor, every leaked recording kept spreading because drama brings attention. Cardi herself said in a 2025 interview, "Sometimes it feels like female rap ain't even about music anymore. It's about who hates who the most." This isn't new. Hip-hop has seen legendary feuds end. Jay-Z and Nas reconciled, Jeezy and Gucci performed together after years of tension. But Nicki and Cardi? That rivalry seems different. Too many personal attacks, leaked clips, and public humiliation make reconciliation almost impossible. The internet never forgets, and neither do fans. Still, people can't help but wonder what would happen if they collaborated. A joint project from Nicki and Cardi would likely break the internet, sell out arenas, and make history. But right now, peace seems distant. The events of 2025 proved they remain far apart. Cardi even mocked Nicki's repeated retirement announcements, tweeting, "Didn't you say you were retiring? Then retire, sis." Fans seized on it, creating memes of Nicki with AARP cards and rocking chairs. Cardi's Cocaine Barbie nickname also revived old rumors about Nicki's alleged drug use, though she never explicitly stated it. Combined with earlier jabs about fertility, the shade was clear and Nicki's fans fired back, accusing Cardi of trying to tear down a successful black. The leaked audio mentioning Latto added another layer. Fans recalled the Nicki-Latto fallout in 2022 over Grammy nominations, with Latto accusing Nicki of bullying. When Cardi insulted Latto too, Barb's accused her of being fake for pretending to support other female rappers. She stayed silent in 2025. But her fanbase joined the fight, turning the feud into a three-way conflict. Hennessy Carolina kept defending Cardi throughout, tweeting, "Stop talking slick about my sister like she didn't put the Bronx on the map," which went viral and fueled fan battles even more. Things escalated further when Charlamagne Tha God called Nicki the donkey of the day on The Breakfast Club, claiming her behavior was fueled by past trauma. Barb's flooded his comments, accusing him of jealousy. Old clips resurfaced too, including Nicki's 2018 Queen Radio episode, showing her taking jabs at Charlamagne. It reminded fans that tension had been building for years. Barb started digging up old Cardi interviews, including one where she admitted to cosmetic surgery after giving birth, mocking her in response to Nicki's lyric, "Surgery to look like me." Cardi's fans fired back, sharing Nicki's husband's probation records and past legal troubles. The feud had evolved into an all-out information war, surgery receipts on one side, legal documents on the other. While Cardi and Nicki battled each other, gossip outlets were thriving. Pages like The Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked posted every update, screenshot, and shady comment they could find. Even UK publications such as The Guardian ran pieces about how toxic feuds in female rap had become. Spanish-language media highlighted Cardi's Dominican heritage, framing her as the underdog standing up to what they called the industry's gatekeeper. The feud became global. Suddenly, even people who didn't follow hip-hop were invested in the Cardi versus Nicki saga. To understand why 2025's drama blew up the way it did, it helps to look back at the origins. Cardi and Nicki didn't just become rivals overnight. Their tension built over years, fueled by small misunderstandings, minor incidents, and fan speculation. The first sparks appeared in 2017 when Cardi's career began skyrocketing. That year, Cardi had just left Love and Hip Hop New York and released her breakout hit Bodak Yellow. The track dominated clubs, playlists, and radio, and by September, she made history as the first solo female rapper since Lauryn Hill to hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Her rise was meteoric, and fans celebrated her as the new face of female rap. Nicki, on the other hand, had already been a star for over a decade, with multiple platinum albums, iconic features, and a reputation as the queen of rap. As Cardi gained fame, media outlets and fans constantly compared the two, framing it as a battle for supremacy rather than two women succeeding in their own right. Headlines and online debates created the illusion of competition. The first major flashpoint came with Migos' 2017 song Motorsport, which featured both Cardi and Nicki. Initially, fans saw it as a dream collaboration, a moment of unity between two powerful women. But when the video dropped, people noticed something odd. Cardi and Nicki filmed their parts separately. Rumors immediately began to swirl. Cardi claimed in interviews that Nicki changed her verse after hearing hers, which made things awkward. Nicki, in a Beats One interview, said she felt ambushed and misunderstood. From that point, both tried to play it down publicly, insisting there was no beef. But fans didn't believe it. The idea that they weren't on good terms had already taken root. By 2018, the tension became more obvious. Fans scrutinized every lyric Nicki released, convinced she was shading Cardi. Cardi's social media rants were analyzed as possible shots at Nicki. Every post, caption, and verse became potential evidence in the ongoing feud. TV VMAs that year intensified things. When Nicki performed Barbie Dreams, her line about Quavo, still in the whip with Cardi, was widely seen as a direct jab. Cardi's reactions online only added fuel to the fire. Even without naming each other, their fan bases treated every action like a battle. The feud reached its peak on September 7, 2018, during New York Fashion Week at the Harper's Bazaar Icons party. Multiple witnesses reported that Cardi approached Nicki, furious over rumors that Nicki had liked posts criticizing her parenting. Tempers flared quickly. Cardi began shouting, and before anyone could intervene, she threw a red high heel in Nicki's direction. The scene was chaotic. Flashing cameras, security rushing in, and guests scattering created a whirlwind. Within minutes, images of Cardi leaving barefoot, with a large bump on her forehead, ripped dress, and smudged makeup went viral. It looked like a scripted reality show moment, except it was real. Some witnesses claimed Ra Ali, a close friend of Nicki's, had attacked Cardi. Cardi later said Ra hit her while Nicki stood by. Nicki addressed the situation on Queen Radio, claiming Ra was responsible for Cardi's injury. Cardi fired back on Instagram, insisting it was security, not Ra, and pointing out that video evidence supported her version. Fans on both sides argued over who was telling the truth. Regardless, the photo of Cardi barefoot with a bump on her forehead became one of the most memorable images of the feud, spreading everywhere. TMZ covered it like a boxing match, and memes comparing it to WrestleMania or reality TV flooded social media. That fight marked a turning point. What had started as a competition between two talented rappers turned into a long-running public rivalry. After that night, every move, a tweet, lyric, or hairstyle was dissected like evidence in a trial. By the time 2025 arrived, that tension had escalated into the massive digital war fans are witnessing now. It's remarkable to think that a collaboration like motorsport could spiral into one of the longest and most public feuds in recent music history. Yet here we are years later, watching this story continue with new receipts, fan theories, and online battles. In the days following the Harper's Bazaar fight, Nicki used Queen Radio to make a chilling statement. "You put your hands on certain people, you going to die, period." Cardi fired back on Instagram, saying, "I've let you lie and sneak diss me, but when you mention my child and call me a bad mother, all bets are off." This escalated their rivalry into a deeply personal conflict. Nicki continued using Queen Radio to accuse Cardi of buying radio play and question her toughness. Cardi countered with a now famous 10-part Instagram rant, addressing every claim and sharing receipts, texts, contracts, and screenshots. Her tone was both exhausted and fierce, full of Bronx energy. By late 2018, the feud had become a numbers game. Fans shared screenshots of Billboard charts and streaming stats. Nicki accused Cardi's label, Atlantic Records, of manipulating the charts, while Cardi fired back, insisting she earned her success honestly. The battle over receipts intensified. Nicki leaked texts claiming Cardi lied about her motorsport verse, while Cardi posted evidence suggesting Nicki tried to block her deals. Fans acted like detectives, building timelines and analyzing posts for hidden meanings. Music videos also became part of the war. In Nicki's Hard White, a broken doll resembling Cardi appeared, while Cardi collaborated with artists Nicki had issues with, like Megan Thee Stallion. Every lyric was scrutinized. Nicki's The QB and Cardi's Competition is Never Mentioned in Money were endlessly debated online. By 2019, the feud had become indirect but persistent. Nicki unfollowed anyone associated with Cardi. Cardi liked posts criticizing Nicki's chart performance. Fans interpreted new releases as subtle jabs. Nicki's Yikes in 2020 was rumored to target Cardi, and Cardi's press video was accused of mocking Nicki's legal problems. Fan bases kept the fire alive. Barb's labeled Cardi an industry plant. The Barty gang called Nicki jealous and outdated. Every award, hit single, or chart placement reignited arguments over who was winning. Over time, the rivalry became a Cold War. A quiet, ongoing battle fought through shade, hints, and online commentary rather than direct confrontation. Ironically, before all the chaos, Cardi actually admired Nicki. In older interviews, she called Nicki an inspiration and said she had listened to her since high school. But once Bodak Yellow made Cardi a star, the comparisons started nonstop. Interviewers kept asking her about Nicki, and even neutral answers were twisted into new drama. Nicki said she felt hurt by the motorsport situation, calling Cardi ungrateful, a quote that fueled the narrative that Cardi had disrespected a legend. In 2019, Cardi made history by winning a Grammy for Best Rap Album, becoming the first solo female rapper to do so. Nicki's fans called it a robbery, while Cardi's supporters celebrated it as a milestone. In 2021, Nicki released Seeing Green with Drake and Lil Wayne. A line about thirsty people being alcoholics had fans convinced she was shading Cardi, who had faced rumors of partying hard. Around the same time, Cardi's Up included a lyric about big bags busting out the Bentley Bentayga, which some interpreted as a subtle jab at Nicki's frequent references to big bags. Neither confirmed it, but every line felt pointed. That year, Nicki briefly revived Queen Radio, dropping veiled digs at payola princesses and rappers who need help writing. Cardi didn't respond directly, but her fans quickly spread Nicki's comments on TikTok. The feud had moved beyond words into algorithms and online trends. By 2022, Barb's organized mass streaming sessions to boost Nicki's songs, while Barty Gang retaliated by reporting Nicki's videos. What began as a music beef had become a full-blown digital turf war. Tensions were amplified by Cardi's run-ins with the City Girls. In late 2022, she and JT argued on Twitter over industry favoritism. Nicki jumped in, siding with JT and later collaborating with her, positioning herself as a mentor to new talent while isolating Cardi. Fans framed it like a storyline, Nicki lifting Ice Spice and JT, while Cardi's only close ally was Megan Thee Stallion. Cardi and Megan had once been inseparable after WAP in 2020, but by 2022 they had grown apart. Megan tried to stay neutral, especially after working with artists close to Nicki, but fans accused her of being fake or disloyal depending on their side. By 2023, the alliances were clear. Nicki teamed up with Ice Spice on the Princess Diana remix, instantly boosting Ice's profile. Cardi collaborated with Glorilla on Tomorrow 2, which dominated TikTok. Fans treated these collaborations like strategic moves in a chess game. To Barb's, Ice was Nicki's heir. Barty Gang, Cardi and Glorilla represented real street energy. Both sides scored victories, but the tension deepened. Outside of music, personal drama kept the feud alive. In 2022, Cardi won a $4 million lawsuit against blogger Tasha K for spreading false rumors. Cardi's fans celebrated while Nicki's supporters called her too sensitive. That same year, Nicki's husband, Kenneth Petty, was sentenced to house arrest for failing to register as a sex offender, a detail Cardi's fans repeatedly brought up during arguments. Nicki's Super Freaky Girl hit #1 in 2022, but when the Grammys categorized it as pop, she accused the industry of bias, and her fans immediately tied that rant to Cardi. Meanwhile, Cardi hadn't released a new album but stayed relevant with features and singles. Her supporters bragged she was winning without trying, while Barb's accused Billboard of inflating her numbers. Both fan bases obsessed over stats, weeks at #1, Hot 100 entries, and YouTube views. Nicki's Super Freaky Girl and Cardi's Up became trophies in their ongoing rivalry. Ghostwriting accusations resurfaced too. Barb's claimed Cardi didn't write her bars. Cardi shot back, saying, "I make money, I make hits, and I make history." When Cardi skipped the 2023 Grammys, rumors circulated that she was avoiding Nicki. Blogs ran with the story, even after Cardi clarified it was for personal reasons. Simply showing up at the same event had become headline material. From 2021 through 2024, online spaces like Lipstick Alley and Twitter threads were war zones. Every selfie, emoji, and lyric from either artist was treated as evidence. Their feud had evolved into a digital reality show, with fans acting as detectives and blogs narrating every move. Both Nicki and Cardi learned to weaponize silence. Open rants became rare. Instead, likes, emojis, and cryptic captions replaced direct attacks. Fans filled in the blanks, spreading drama and speculation. By late 2024, the lines were drawn. Nicki aligned with Ice Spice and JT, while Cardi stuck with Glorilla and Megan. Lawsuits, collaborations, and hidden messages in lyrics piled up. Until 2025, when leaked audio reignited the conflict. After years of quiet tension, the Cold War between them finally turned hot again, louder, nastier, and more explosive than ever.